Hi, I'm Claire Ray Randall at Waking the Monkey, wakingthemonkey.blogspot.co.uk. Now, first of all, tonight I'm going to do a short video reply to some comments I got for the video I did a couple of evenings ago. This was the one in which I asked people to support Lauren Southern and the Sea Star, the people who are taking a boat out into the Mediterranean and to observe and record the illegal EU charities and NGOs which are people smuggling, picking up Africans in rubber dinghies 12 miles or so off the Libyan coast and ferrying them all to Italy, where there's going in at a rate of more than 10,000 a week now, which is causing tremendous anxiety in Italy, and there's just endless numbers of these people who want to come here, and there's obviously something pretty dodgy going on. The fact that these NGOs are going there, they're going to what seem by the geo positioning satellite data, they seem to be going to pre-arranged rendezvous, and it seems highly likely that the African migrants are simply following instructions to go out 12 miles or so from the Libyan coast, where they are told that they will be picked up. I mean, you wouldn't go across one of those across the Mediterranean in one of those 25-foot rubber dinghies loaded with 200 people if you thought you had to get across the entire Mediterranean of a couple of hundred miles or whatever to Italy, whereas if you knew that some boat was going to come along and rescue you 12 miles off the coast, you might be willing to risk that. So I think that Lauren Southern and the crew of the Sea Star Operation Defend Europe, I think they're extremely brave people, and I think we should support them now. So I got a few comments, nice comments. Someone called Arminius has given me a comment. He says, good video, I cover news like this on my own channel also. So thank you, Arminius. I shall have to check out and link your channel, so that's good. Obviously, it's really important to spread as much information about this as possible. Then there was somebody else, Don Quattrucci. He says, good luck. Yes, and good luck to Lauren Southern and the crew of the Sea Star Defend Europe. Right, so then we have a chap by the name of Benny Harris, right? Okay, so this guy says, right, remember what I've said so far. The main point of this issue is supporting the expedition to document and record this illegal migrant smuggling which is being taken place off the Libyan coast and is being carried out by Libyans, and so we need to fund and support this. So that's why I've made a small donation myself to Lauren Southern, and I recommend people do themselves, or that they go to the Defend Europe site and make a donation there. Right, so what this chap, Benny Harris is his name, it's on YouTube, it's got a funny little kind of avatar that looks like a grey alien or something. So Benny Harris says, a day ago, he says, Lauren Southern is a Zionist stooge like Tommy Robinson, Alex Jones, Paul Joseph Watson et al. Now look, I know that there are people with different positions in the alt, what do they call it, the alt-light and the alt-right, and not everybody's on exactly the same page, but first of all, people are allowed to have their own opinions, and if they're putting out truth, they might not be putting out the truth that you want them to, but if they're putting out truth, then that's good news. Alex Jones and Paul Joseph Watson, they may not cover all the things that everybody would like them to cover. However, they cover a lot of important things, and they had significant impact on helping the vote for Trump last year, which I consider is a major plus for them. And now, they may not be calling out the certain groups that certain people would like them to be calling out, but the point is, that is not what this video was about. This video was about helping to fund and support the work of the people who are trying to expose this criminal trafficking, which is bad for the trafficker, bad for the trafficked Africans, and it's bad for Europe. So this person, this is very interesting, because I think this person is one of these, I think he's what the Chinese call water army, or a paid troll, basically, because he doesn't actually address the issue that I raise. He merely criticises Lauren Southern. Now, I know that Lauren Southern did used to work for the rebel media, who now employ Tommy Robinson, and I'm actually not that big a fan of Tommy Robinson. He's all right. He does a certain amount of good work, you know. And but the point is, Lauren Southern is no longer employed by the rebel media. She actually left, or may have been pushed. I don't know the inside story on this. But we know that the rebel media is, you know, it's openly supportive of Israel, and they're quite open about that position that they have. Obviously, their front man, their top front man, is Ezra Levant, and he makes no, you know, excuses or attempts to deny the fact that he's Jewish. And you know, obviously they have quite a strong anti-Islamic agenda, so anti-migrant agenda. I think, well, what's the problem with this? Of course, what we have here is I had the same thing with people when you get the same thing with Le Pen and with Trump. The moment there is one single person of a certain Semitic ethnicity anywhere near any of these things, it's suddenly, Zionists, you know, and it's completely impossible to have anybody like that anywhere near any of these things without having these people call these out. I mean, I've heard so many, you know, Jared Taylor, you know, he's been called out as a Zionist. All these different people, they're being called out as Zionists. And I have to think to myself, well, calling somebody a Zionist is the same way that the trolls have of trying to shut down people in the alt-right and the alt-light, and in the same way that the SJWs try to close people down by saying Nazi or something like that. So really, I really seriously question who this Benny Harris guy is, because he doesn't appear to be actually supporting the work of the people on the Sea Star. Dangerous work on the high seas. They could be boarded, they could be sunk, you know, they could be torpedoed, they could be strafed. Who knows? You know, it's dangerous work, and Mr. Benny Harris says absolutely nothing about this. He merely says Lauren Southern is a Zionist stooge. Well, if Lauren Southern is a Zionist stooge, I think we need more Zionist stooges, but I don't think she is. She's been at Berkeley. She was at the Berkeley riots. She was put herself on the front line there. She was, you know, could have been in quite serious danger. There was some serious, some very, very serious violence going on there. That guy, that anarchist professor who smashed someone's head with a bike lock. I think we've heard about that, haven't we? She was at Hamburg. She was documenting the Black Bloc and the Antifa in Hamburg. Now I saw her during the Trump campaign. She was, you know, documenting Trump rallies, and she was getting hassled by anti-Trump people and stuff. So here we are, Lauren Southern going into the Mediterranean and wanting to document the work of the Sea Star people, Defend Europe. it sounds pretty okay to me. So I think when people say these things, it's like they're deliberately taking it away from what's really going on, because everybody has their own particular agenda. Everybody has their own narrative. Mr. Benny Harris, his agenda seems to be to shut this down. Well, you know, that's kind of something that is often associated with Zionists. So where's this going at? You know, he's behaving like the people he's supposed to be criticising. Then we've got this other one that came from someone called Justin Mack. Now, so Justin Mack's comment is, right, he's a very friendly chap. He says, Lauren is a piece of SH1T, Claire. Oh, well, I'm glad he's informed me. So then he replies, get it together, you warped fucking retard. Right, so I'm supposed to believe his narrative that Lauren Southern is a POS because he insults me, calling me a warped effing retard. Right, so what's that about? I mean, basically, these people are just trying to shut me down. And then this was made as a comment under this Benny Harris chap. So clearly these people are trying to shut this down. It's like, well, so what does this mean? What does it mean? Benny Harris and Justin Mack, they don't want the work of Defend Europe to be supported. They don't want the EU-backed NGO migrant traffickers to be exposed, because that's the only conclusion I can reach from this. They want to talk down, they want to shout down, they want to shut me down from saying this. They're saying, oh, Claire, you know, oh dear, you're seriously mistaken here. You know, Lauren Southern is a bad person. Well, how is trying to expose migrant traffickers, NGO migrant traffickers, bringing tens of thousands of Africans, illegal migrants, into Europe where they're running riot? Austria has said that they may have to call out the army to protect their border. I mean, right? This is serious stuff. And these people are saying, no, oh, no, this is all a Zionist plot. You mustn't allow these people to do their work because they're a bunch of Zionists. Well, I'm not sure whether I'm going to approve Justin Mack's comment. I did approve Benny Harris's comment because he wasn't actually abusive to me. He just made a stupid remark which I wanted to expose. But Justin Mack is actually offensive. He's actually abusive towards both Lauren Southern and me. So I think I'll probably delete him because I can't be bothered to have stuff like that on my page. So it's very interesting. I'm just going to put a little tidbit out here to see if I get any response from this. But it's very interesting that even a small channel like me, I mean, I only get a couple of hundred views if I'm lucky. This video has only had 60 or 70 or something. I mean, right, I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not, like any of these other people who got tens of thousands of, I've got about a few hundred subscribers, get a few hundred views if I'm lucky, right? But these people, they're still ready to have a go at me. So I'm just thinking, right, these people, they are trolls in the way that the flat earth is trolls. They just want to take up time. They just want people to be discouraged. They want to shut people down. They want to confuse people. They want to gaslight people. Gaslighting, in case you're not familiar with the term, comes from an old movie where this guy tried to persuade his wife that she was going balmy because he was fiddling with the gaslight and trying to tell her that it didn't really, change when she thought it did. And that's what these people are. So I'm just going to see, I made that reference to a certain flat-tard community, and if I get a whole string of flat-ard comments below, I'll know that I am definitely on someone's watch list, because there is nothing on the internet more moronic than flat Earth, right? So what I'm not going to get into that anymore, but what I'm saying is that these people, they are like that. They're the same. They're the same. They're just shills. They're just people who do just want to shut you down, distract you, get you distracted with, you know, long conversations and arguments and everything like that, and they never actually deal with the issues. Like here, they're not talking about the really serious issue of the people smuggling. No. They just want to play on someone's knowledge that, oh yeah, Lauren Southern used to work for Rebel Media, or, well, Rebel Media is run by someone who's Jewish, so obviously, you know, oh, I'll put 2 and 2 together and make 17, and Lauren Southern is obviously a Zionist, you know, when she doesn't even work for this guy anymore because she disagreed with him so much, probably, you know, because why would she be doing this stuff on her own if she could do it with the support of Rebel Media, who've quietly obviously got much greater backing behind them than Lauren Southern, who seems to be doing largely on her own. So, hi there, Benny Harris, and hi there, Justin Mack. I'm afraid, Justin, you're not going to see your comment because I don't like people being abusive on my channel and on my comments. So bye-bye, guys, and you're a bunch of shills. You're probably the Zionists yourselves, because you're actually doing the things that the Zionists would want, if that narrative is correct, and I don't know, but certainly you are supporting the invasion of Europe by discouraging the exposure of the truth about the Sea Star and Defend Europe and what Lauren Southern are doing. So, yeah, please do go and follow the links below. Please do make a donation to the Sea Star, Defend Europe. I'm sure it's extremely expensive to run a boat like that. And, yeah, throw a few dollars in Lauren's direction as well, because she's cool. I like what she does. And I think she's great. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And keep supporting Defend Europe and Lauren Southern, and I'll just warn you guys, if you you know, if you're abusive to me or my friends or the people I like, then, you know, your comment, which was flagged as likely spam, will be deleted. So thanks for watching, guys, and go and support Lauren and Defend Europe. Okay, cheers, thanks, bye. The Sea Star Operation Defend Europe. I think they're extremely brave people, and I think we should support them now. So I got a few comments, nice comments. Someone called Arminius has given me a comment. He says, good video, I cover news like this on my own channel also. So thank you, Arminius. I shall have to check out and link your channel, so that's good. Obviously, it's really important to spread as much information about this as possible. Then there was somebody else, Don, in Italy, and, you know, there's just endless numbers of these people who want to come here, and there's obviously something pretty dodgy going on. The fact that these NGOs are going there, they're going to what seem, by the positioning satellite data, they seem to be going to pre-arranged rendezvous, and it seems highly likely that the African migrants are simply following instructions to go out, you know, 12 miles or so from the Libyan coast, where they are told that they will be picked up. I mean, you wouldn't go across one of those, across the Mediterranean in one of those 25-foot rubber dinghies loaded with 200 people, if you thought you had to get across the entire Mediterranean of a couple of 100 miles or whatever to Italy, whereas if you knew that some boat was going to come along and rescue you 12 miles off the coast, you might be willing to risk that. So I think that Lauren Southern and the crew hi, I'm Claire Ray Randall at Waking the Monkey. wakingthemonkey.blogspot.co.uk. Now, first of all, tonight I'm going to do a short video reply to some comments I got for the video I did a couple of evenings ago. This was the one in which I asked people to support Lauren Southern and the Sea Star, the people who are taking a boat out into the Mediterranean and to observe and record the illegal EU charities and NGOs which are people smuggling, picking up Africans in rubber dinghies at 12 miles or so off the Libyan coast and ferrying them all to Italy, where there's going in at a rate of more than 10,000 a week now, which is causing tremendous anxiety